GravEE, baby.
A holiday I haven't gone home in my entire life. I've never
Whoa.
not went home for Christmas. This is my
Do you know
first.
who you're spending it with other than Bobby? Is there anyone else? I mean, is what I'm trying to say.
Nope, nothing.
That's cool.
So it's my first non Christmassy Christmas. Not only that, is also my first Christmas in Los Angeles, and I do apologize to sound like an LA hack right now, but god damn it, it's been nice driving around this fucking town with all these people gone. It's been so goddamn. I'm like, it feels almost as good as it was during COVID when everybody was at home. It's been goddamn nice driving around the city.
That's awesome.
You look at the GPS, it's just yellow. It's not all red, it's yellow. That's it. It's wild to me. I just wish more people would go home for the holidays and stay there.
That's awesome. I remember that vaguely, although I went home a lot. My first and only Christmas away from home that I remember was in Australia with 4 of my friends, and we did Christmas card photos on the beach with like Santa hats, and then we made the news.
Hilarious.
Because we were surfing and we were doing very American things. So like, it's not that, I mean, obviously they celebrate Christmas and they have some similar traditions, but like, we just looked weird. And then they talked to us and they were like, "Oh, you're American." Yeah.
Classic. Okay, can I tell you what's super gravy for me?
Yes.
Okay. So I went to a Christmas party last night that I really had no interest in going to, but it was I like my friend's wife, and my friend's wife was going to this party, and we go to this party, and it's a very comedy centric party. It was a Kreischer Christmas party, which I also didn't know till later. And the coolest part about the whole thing is that I got to meet motherfucking Snow the Product last night.
That's cool.
She was there. There was a mariachi band. She was there, and she did like a couple of songs. I guess she was on the podcast just recently or whatever. If you guys don't know, Snow the Product is like a Latin Mexican lesbian rapper who recently went viral for the song that's about how like you're trying to have a party, but some of your family voted for Trump, and she just recently has gone like viral again, and so she's getting some notoriety and stuff like that. So it was nice, and not to be a hipster about it, but I will be. Is I've been on this bitch since her freestyle of On My Shit from 2020, and so it was cool to meet her and also to see somebody that you like. It would be like if HO9909 got like some fucking big notoriety. It was like something like that where I was like, oh shit, people are recognizing that this person I like is really cool. And that was really cool. And I met her girlfriend, and it was like they were like within the first 5 minutes of meeting her, we were talking about suicide. So I was like, okay, you are cool. You are just as cool as I thought you were gonna fucking be. It was rad.
Yeah. So how'd that go? You were like, "Hey, I'm not trying to be this person, but like in 2020, I was all over you. I love that freestyle. I'm a big fan. Do you ever want to kill yourself?"
Of course. Actually, well, no, that's not how it happened. But she said, because I think I was like, I couldn't remember what year it was, but I was like, I think it was like 2019 or 2020 is when I found out about you. Because what I said is I was asking her if I could be chismosa with her for a second, which is like gossipy. And I was like, the one thing I can't stand right now is that you've been like an unadulterated, purely, authentically yourself the entire time you've been making music. And now, because more eyes are on you, they're like, oh, she's just doing this for woke. Like they're trying to put this woke spin on her. And I was like, this bitch has been like this whole goddamn time. I mean, she has a song called "Immigrants Get the Job Done." Like she's been on this shit this whole time, but now I guess because more people are seeing her, they're like, "Oh, she's going woke or whatever." And so I was like, it's just annoying to me to watch somebody like, because it'd be easy for you to not. It'd be easy for you to sway or whatever, to be a bandwagon type of person, but you're not. you know, and I was like, so it's just fucking annoying to me. And she just looked at me and she was like, girl. And I was like, yeah, okay, good. And then she was like, she goes, in 2019, I tried to kill myself. That's wild that you brought up 2019. So she brought it up, not even me. It wasn't even me. And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, nice. Mine was way earlier than that. I think I was like 13 first time, long time. And then again, probably like 22.
First time, long time is a pretty funny line in that context. Hello, suicide. First time caller, long time fan. Well, that's super cool. I hope you had fun. It sounds like
I very much felt like it was nice to feel like, because I don't feel like that about a lot of people. So it's nice to be
right.
Yeah.
Well, it also sounds like, and you sort of filled this out a little bit, mentioning some of the other stuff about the party. I feel like the LA parties, there was like small ones with just like your friends and whatever. But then if you go to like random ones, it's the worst thing ever, or it's a lot of fun, but there's just something.
It was just tense. Yeah. There's like a weird, nobody's completely having a good time. Everyone is playing the role of having a good time at a party.
DJ hit me up once. DJ, you remember this party where they had a guy making sandwiches?
Yep.
That's all I remember is you telling me about the guy making sandwiches. Do you remember that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? What kind of party was it?
It was like at this mansion or whatever, and they fucking invited us over there, and the dude making sandwiches, like any kind of fucking sandwich, like had a chef out there and shit.
Wait, like paninis, or they have like if you go to a breakfast bar and they're making a crepe station.
They had 12 different types of breads. They had meats on meats. I mean, they had a fucking spread, dog, and that motherfucker was just cutting up sandwiches, man. It was wild and shit.
Did you get a sandwich?
Isn't that weird? Wasn't your exit strange?
I know that, like, it was.
Am I misremembering? I may be conflating two stories.
Dude, I got any kind of situation I got in like that. It was like the conversation would start somewhere, okay, and then it would just kind of drift off into a place where I was just like, whatever. So it was always weird. It was always weird.
Okay, but the more important question: what sandwich did you get?
I got a Reuben.
Whoa, this motherfucker had fucking sauerkraut on deck? That's wild.
Buddy, let me tell you something. It was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy.
Sometimes the wealthy do it right. That's the way you throw a party, is you have a fucking sandwich station, like a goddamn crepe station at a breakfast buffet. Yeah. Let me get that. Let me get that.
The wealthy always do it right. They just do it. They just fund it with pure evil.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, they don't always do it right. Some of them, they don't know how to throw a good party. They're not good hosts.
Well, sure.
They don't. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but oftentimes they'll pay someone to throw the good party. I guess that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, not enough of them. Or they'll throw potluck. I saw Robbie Hoffman was bitching about how rich people, the potluck. It was like, if you're a rich person and you invite people for dinner, you are paying for the fucking dinner. I'm not bringing something to your wealthy establishment.
Related to both of those, I went to a party once at BU. I was at Boston College, and they had catered Chinese food. And an ice luge. Like this wasn't fancy or wealthy, but it looked like a frat party, but it wasn't. It was like 13 grad students. So to me, my white shirt, I was like, this is the greatest and craziest thing I've ever seen. Catered Chinese food and an ice luge, that you could do a shot and then jump down or whatever at a party. Like they spent $2,000. That's on one party. What's wrong with them, But I did have a good time.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's nice.
My buddy Luke's cousin Jamie was in town, and he was in a mode that I now recognize with a lot more experience, but at the time I was like, this guy's, what's wrong with him? The mode was former party boy turned dad who hadn't been out in 6 years.
Oh no.
But he was cool and he was in control of himself. So instead of like getting too drunk and puking on some girl, what he was doing was fucking with our buddy Wilson. So he would go up to girls and be like, yo, that's my friend Wilson. He's got a 10-inch dick. And then Wilson is like mildly autistic. And he was like, Jamie, what the fuck are you doing? Girls don't like that. And he's like, I'm doing my best, man. And then wink at us.
Oh my God.
Wilson thought he was just doing a bad job wingmanning, whereas Jamie was purposely being a bad wingman for his own entertainment. It was a good time. It was a good party.
What was the worst party you went to while you were here, DJ?
Probably that swimming party that me and Drew went to that one time. That was a weird one.
Which one was that? Can you give me some context?
I got some kind of invitation to show up at this party from somebody, and we showed up. We didn't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was all like just very well-oiled gay men everywhere. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. I think
you both show up.
Food.
Are we?
Yeah,
you're like, are we working this event? Well, this is
dude. It was weird. I know. And some person had given me like, yeah, show up here. Da da da. We showed them the thing, and then we showed up. We were just kind of sitting in the pool, and it was just like, this is weird.
That was
it wasn't like it was a bad time. It was just awkward.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to describe all 16 of those days that I lived there for 2 months.
Yeah. It wasn't like a bad time. It was just
a strange time.
Man, I went out there for 2 months, Carmen, and I made it like 16 days. And I was like, DJ, I gotta go back to New York. I don't know what either of us are doing. And I get back to New York, and Andy and I had a subletter move into our living room to sort of like help with the bills while I was gone, and I was gone anyway. But now I'm just moving back in. This dude's just cool with it, which was shocking. We just had a curtain we hung up in the living room in Manhattan, and when he moved out, like a month and a half later, he like came out to us as bi. It was like very sweet. He was like this like soft-spoken Christian family boy who was like, I hope you guys still want to be my friends, but like part of the reason I came here was this, but like also I'm coming to New York to like find myself. I think I might be gay or I'm definitely bi. And we were like, what a sweet, innocent man. I hope this city doesn't eat him alive. And then the next time we hang out with him, he's dating a literal sex club cult founder.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Yeah, and the next time I saw that guy was in LA because we have the same agent.
Wait, the sex cult guy or the sweet boy that came out?
Sex cult guy.
Oh wow.
Sweet boy, I saw at Burning Man. Man, I think we live in a simulation. DJ.
Probably.
Was this party on a rooftop?
Was it on a rooftop? You know what? I can't remember. It might have been. It might have been on a rooftop.
Actually,
I think it was. We went to the hotel.
Yeah, it was a hotel rooftop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the pool party was? It was in a hotel rooftop.
I think a gay guy just handed you a flyer, like flirting with you.
No. Okay. It was a person I had met out there who was like, hey, listen, you should come here. I had met them. I had went and saw a band, and I had met them. Plague Vendor. I went and saw Plague Vendor. It was rad. It was awesome. And then I talked with these people, and they were like, nah, show up. But we never saw him.
Still could be a gay guy who was inviting you. Like, I don't understand how that runs counter to what I said.
It could have been that. And I know that I had a +1. They thought we were together, and they were like, we don't walk in because we thought we would get that fresh. We thought we was going to get that fresh country bumpkin. We wanted to get up in that tenderoni.
Yeah.
Southern tenderoni. He got me.
I just remember thinking, no one wants us here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That was exactly the feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I remember feeling like that a few times in LA and in general in the entertainment industry, but other times that felt good. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's times where you're like, man, these motherfuckers don't want me here, but I'm here, motherfucker.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that time I was like, I want to die. I am intruding on something that is none of my business.
I will say that's exactly how I felt until I found it because it was like a surprise. Then I found out she was there, and I hung out with the mariachi band, and I hung out with her, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
I know this didn't happen, but what popped in my head is just like cut to Carmen hanging out with the mariachi band, and you said it was a Chrysler party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bert just coming up to you and like handing you an empty glass and being like, "Yeah, here, thank you. Can you guys play something a little faster?" Just fucking walk off.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm too proud of a person. There would have definitely been a conflict. I don't care who you are. Nobody
and he's a huge pussy. You would have just ended up opening for him. You should let me be your manager, and I will get you a well-paying gig. That is 100% how you get to open for Bert Kreischer, is to cost him for being rude to you.
But yeah, I genuinely, I did say this to him. I was like, this is cool. I was like, she's really like, it was almost like she's too cool for this.
Yeah,
because she is.
He hasn't figured you out yet, brother.
Right, but it was but I guess she had. But then I found out she was just on the podcast, and I was like, she's incredible. That this is a very cool person to have here.
Yeah.
So
was Jeb Dye there?
No, and we had the best time because it was I went with Brad Williams, and I adore his wife, who's
I do too.
She's fucking like a master taekwondo. I mean, she's so fucking cool. And oftentimes a lot of these dudes just have a pretty lady, and she is a pretty lady and fucking badass. I fucking love her. And so I was hanging out with her, and then what's the point of bringing that up? What did you say first? You said something that made me think of this.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. Last time I saw her, I didn't recognize her for whatever reason, and that hurt her feelings. And now I'm just spiraling for the 5th time over that. This is the 5th time that I've spiraled.
Was it at my birthday? At the Jumbo Clown Room? Yeah. I just like hanging out with her. She's the best, you know. But it's it's always hard when you have friends that have children and stuff. It's always harder for them. You get it, Drew. Sometimes you have to say no to things. So
no, I go out all the time. I haven't seen my family in 3 weeks. My wife hates me. I'm drinking beer right now.
I thought it was a bit until you pulled the bottle out. But it was great. It was great to get to see her, to party with her, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot what was the whole point of that. There was a point to it. Oh yeah, thank you, DJ. So we were gossiping.
What did he say?
Jeff Dye.
Oh yeah.
But
I thought he said she died. No, she didn't. What?
And then Brad brought it up, and then so I started gossiping about all the stories that I have about him, and then a thing about Funches mentioning it on a podcast because we had been gossiping about the whole.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah. I brought it up or he brought it up, and so then I told him about because of the GoFundMe. Okay, for those who don't know, there's a comedian.
Man, we got a lot of fucking backstory to fill in now.
There's a comedian named Jeff Dye who most recently is doing like a red pill heel turn. Women ain't shit. People of color ain't shit. Da da da. He's trying to a poorly attempt at being an Owen Benjamin, except Owen Benjamin genuinely lost his mind. So he's trying to do this weird heel turn.
He's trying to Dennis Leary, Owen Benjamin's Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
He's like, what if we made that palatable though?
Mm-hmm. And so, and just to give you an example, there's a comedian here named Laura Peak who's like beloved among all of us. And she was just on stage at the Comedy Store doing a set. He goes up after her, and she was like doing new material and stuff like that and riffing and shit. And then he went up after her, starts bombing, and then it was like, oh, what do you guys want, another mediocre woman to come up here and try her best? Like, he's that kind of guy. Like, he most recently brought up a friend of mine where this was his intro to bring somebody on stage. He goes, well, this guy used to like me. This guy used to be nice to me, but now I don't fucking know where we are. I don't know what his deal is now. Anyways, here's the comedian. Like, that's how he was bringing people up. But then he'll be a cunt in person, and then when he leaves, he'll like text and be like, I adore you, right? I absolutely love you. Like, so it was just, we were just being catty about how funny it is that he's being a piece of shit and he's getting his. So he started a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for him to leave Los Angeles. It was like, get me out of the woke mind virus that is Los Angeles. Help me raise $25,000 to move to Austin. And instead of him, I think he thought he was going to have like some rich Republican be like, oh, here's $100,000. Get out of there, brother. But what happened is he just got trolled by the entire comedy community. People were just making fun of it. So then he took it down and he was like, oh, it was a bit. It was just a bit. It wasn't even real. It was a bit, which is, it was so fun to say in hindsight. So I say all that to say, Ron and I were gossiping about it, and then Ron went on a podcast, and all they asked him was like, what made you laugh this week? And then he was like, this whole Jeff Dye thing made me laugh. And Jeff Dye crashed out, started making all these, like, trying to send all of his like maggots after Ron, who's like one of the nicest people in stand-up comedy. I think that's the other thing too, is he's picking such awful people to fight with. So then he kept making like all of it was one clip from a podcast, and all it was that I'm laughing about this Jeff Dye thing. I think it's so funny. And then he's like, and Jeff Dye hates me for some reason, and I don't know why. And then, cause they were like, why do you think he's a shitty to you? And he's like, I have no idea. Like, that's the extent of the clip. And then Jeff Dye's made like several videos being like trying to pick apart, like being a piece of like Ron's bad. And the most mean thing that he's been able to muster up about Ron is that Ron was supposed to contractually do 45 minutes on some show or whatever, and he was like mad that he didn't go longer than that because he only did the 45 minutes he was contractually obligated to do. It was like something like that. It was like something so stupid where it was just like, okay, you're clearly grasping. So anyways, we're having that kind of gossip, and then Brad was like, oh dude, you got to tell Kreischer's gonna love talking shit about. But then he did that, brings Kreischer over to talk about it, and then Kreischer was just like, well, he was invited, he was on the podcast, so he could come if he wanted to. And I was like, man, I wonder why Jeff Dye didn't come then, if that's the case. I wonder why Jeff Dye isn't here. I kind of wish he was, just for the tension. It would have been fun.
I really wish he would have been there too. My response to that, and it still blows my mind, LA,
I'm so sorry about the comedy gossip, industry. Guys. I'm so sorry. We could get into the descent. We can get into the descent.
No, this is totally okay. LA, especially the entertainment industry, as much as I, love it, I hate it because, it is a cesspool. Mm-hmm. There are genuine numerous cases of the abuse of power and like Harvey Weinstein, not to mention pedophiles, mm-hmm. all this. And to be like, I've got to get out of here. They're woke.
Yeah.
It's just such a fucking hilarious to exist there, because that guy's been there forever. He's mm-hmm. been through the ups and downs, and he's been cast in things and kicked out of things. He's seen god awful shit.
Yeah.
Probably had it happen to him.
Yep.
And he's definitely done it to other people.
Yep.
And then to be like, I gotta get out of here, man. They're letting trans people talk. It's just such a fucking, it's proof of how much that is all theater. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, brother, I understand needing and wanting to run as fast as you can from LA. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing it publicly under the claim of woke, it's just, I don't know, it's just so deeply dark.
Especially in 2025.
I know.
Dude, you gotta fucking give it to him though, man. Being a cowboy at this point in time and hitch your wagon to the fucking Austin thing, that's incredible work.
But
sometimes something's so dumb you gotta respect it.
But what's so funny is he's also been going through the ring. I think part of the reason he's using this angle is he's kind of been going through the ringer. And it all started with he was on a podcast and he was talking about how Mark Maron was mean to, this is so inside baseball. I'm so sorry, guys. But he was, this all started about probably 6 months ago. He was on a podcast and he was talking shit about how mean Mark Maron is. Now he respects him, but he's such a piece of shit socially, da-da-da-da-da. And then Mark was on the same podcast later on and was like, I don't know who that person is. And so it was nothing but Jeff going on people's podcasts, crashing out about how nobody gives a shit about him. And then all of a sudden, then this whole right-wing version of himself has been in the light. That's what it's been.
Nah, he's always been right-wing, though.
I agree.
I mean, I had a fallout with him when I was there.
Oh my God.
I've had my issues with Jay.
Tell me.
No, I'm not gonna get into it. I don't hear it. Nobody wants to hear this shit.
Well, damn. Producer Mark does. I want to hear it.
And before I'm not going to push you. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I'm not going to let you get away with nobody wants to hear it. Everyone listening just went,
wait, what?
Now, you don't have to tell it if you don't want to. If it makes you uncomfortable. But if you simply think it's boring.
Uncomfortable. Heck, it's just, I will tell you the situation that I was in.
Okay.
It's I was over it. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. And there were people around me, such as that, who kind of, it was a weird thing to be a Southern person in there at that time. That was before all the shit that's been going on now. So that was way before this. So I was kind of I was kept put in these weird situations. You know what I'm saying? Where people wanted me to be like them, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting fine. I'm already over. I'm ready to go home. I'm done with it. I said this some lawyer lady is just talking to me, dude, and it's just and I fucking don't want to hear it, dude. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing about who she.
So you're at the Comedy Store, right?
I was at the Improv.
Okay.
I was at the Improv. I was at the bar inside the Improv in Hollywood, and she's fucking just talking, and I'm like, I don't fucking want to hear it. And he comes up, and I'm like, and I was just basically like, you see, all these people are bad people. You know what I'm saying? This is a bad person. and he starts going, what did you do that for? Why'd you say that? And he's walking off and he's like, why did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her and I said, don't want to miss that, do you? You better jump on that train.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started laughing. And but I forgot what he said that made me say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember that part of it. So that was our whole thing. Well, what'd you say that for? Wait.
He's always playing the victim.
Yeah, but he said some fucked up shit, and I was just like, these people, this is a bad part. These are bad people. It's I don't care about anything you're talking about. All these people that you're talking about right now, lady, and here comes one right now talking his shit. Mm-hmm. So fuck off, people. And that's how I felt. And that's why I let them all know that's how I felt.
You just said it earnestly. Because that's the other thing, too, is nobody out here has, in those spaces, nobody has a spine, dude.
Let me tell you something, man. I got so sick of it. By the end, all the, people coming up to me and saying fucked up shit to me, I was down with that shit just because I was who I was.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was, and the fucking, just, the whole thing was fucked up, man. It's like you're around a bunch of fucking really bad, weird people, and then the only direction, of course, I kind of had a weird management team at that time, and they just wanted to push me into this caricature that was pushing me further into that, and then there was all kind of other stuff going on. It was a mind fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So it could have been mostly me, you know what I'm saying? I saw,
yeah,
it could have been.
Nah, it was him.
No, it was definitely them.
Yeah. I've
known you too long, motherfucker. You ain't never changed.
That would have been it was definitely Di's fault, bro.
You've always been you. That was definitely the powers that be.
Yeah. Right, exactly. That's how I feel about it too. But I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
But I'll never forget. He had never been told that to his face.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if y'all are ever wondering, he was shocked, shock and awed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I guess it depends on who tells me. But I think if a relative stranger told me I was a bad person, I think it would tickle me. Like if it was a relative stranger, I'd be like, "Whoa, this is a new experience." Okay, I'm locked in. What's going on?
It was also the weird dynamic of like, I don't know what she was trying to pitch to me, what this lady was, what she was trying to pitch to me. I know that he was trying to talk to her.
Yeah. He was mad that you were getting the attention from the person he wanted it from.
And then I turned on him and I was like, "You're a bad person. Y'all are both bad people. And none of these people are good at it."
Right. He was also like,
I'm so sad I wasn't here for the DJ era in Los Angeles. God damn it. It makes me so sad. I really wish I would have been here for it. Because how nice would it have been to have support in that moment? I mean, I would have been there for it, dude.
I wish you would have been there too. I wish I was there. I wish I would have made it longer. I wish I would have been there talking to that lady. But I do think he was mad that you were getting the attention, but he was also like exceedingly jealous that you didn't care about it. Well, anyway, now we've really gotten catty.
That's why that's why I didn't want to get into it, is because like it seems like it's a whole. It seems like a.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the only people who are going to hear this are your fans. So
yes, I know, and I love them. I love them so much.
Join the Discord, guys, if you guys want to join up in the Discord.
And if we were greedy people, we could be like, join the Discord for more. Sales from LA.
Yeah, nah. There's a bad problem with like not just parasocial fucking relationships with like podcasters and like people on the internet, but even between podcasters and streamers and everybody, there's just such a bad problem with parasocial relationships. And like I don't feel like we have any of that. I think we just have people who listen and it's super cool. They'll fucking talk their shit, and everybody talks their shit, and everybody's different and everybody's cool. I don't think we have that going on.
No, we're definitely lucky.
If you're ever tempted to be one of those people, and if you're ever tempted to be one of those people, I'll kill you. No, I just fucking no. I think you're right. And I also think those problems you're talking about extend beyond celebrity. I think they're very related to like, I almost feel like we have parasocial relationships with our friends. Like we have a social relationship with our friends. I mean, well, it's what you're talking about. I think some of these podcasters hang out in real life, have a relationship, and then also have a parasocial relationship. Like, okay, there's this comic, this is a little bit off the rails, John Crist, who I don't care for, but whatever. But he just had a clip that I saw where he's talking about going to Tucker Carlson's Christmas party. And he was like, the only thing I'll say is they're friends. They act like they're enemies, but they're friends. There were all kinds of people at that. He didn't say who, and he was being very coy, and he's really good at making content and whatever, and I kind of hope he dies. But that aside, I do think there's like a weird like experiencing your relationships in life and then also online or publicly that's just like fucking with everyone's head. The most basic example is the couple who's doing badly, and then at the anniversary time, the post is super corny and long. It's like a meme. It's like a joke from Reddit of like, the longer that post is, the more I know the marriage is in trouble. That's like the smallest or most mundane example of what I'm talking about. Of like, you have this relationship to your partner, but then you also have this relationship to who they are to you online. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing too, is if you're not being yourself entirely, if you're being any remote amount of a character, and then that's the other thing too, is you have to overexpose yourself more than the content that you're creating, then it becomes like you're this character outside, so you spend less and less time being your actual self. You spend more and more time, you know what I mean? I feel like it's the Larry the Cable Guy, as another example, is Dan Whitney is not Larry the Cable Guy.
Right.
But more and more of his life he spent being Larry the Cable Guy, that now he's not Larry the Cable Guy at all. He's Dan Whitney living on a farm. Nobody fucking knows that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at a certain point, either people either become the character or they want to drop out so they can be themselves, like Dan did.
Yeah. I think when it happens just on stage, or when it happened in the past just on stage, there'd be stories like Larry the Cable Guy, and it would be like quirky and interesting. Like, isn't it wild that the dude was just this character for his whole career, you know? But now with the internet, it's
You
almost like
have to be that
psychosis
guy.
for
That's
some
what
people.
it is, and that's like I would say Kreischer is a perfect example of that. Is that guy
Oh, this is a good point. That's
you
a
know what I'm
dark
saying?
good point.
Yeah, that or a Nick Swardson. Like when you were the party guy, you would have to be the party guy all the time, you know. And at a certain point, your doctor's like, "Hey, you can't be the." Or Lewis Black is another perfect one. The angry guy. If you're the angry yelly guy all the time, your doctor's like, "Hey, your heart can't handle you being this. You have to fucking dial it back." Then how do you change? Like this is everything that you're known for. How do you change that dynamic? Like, I mean, that's the only thing that would. A lot of times when artists are, you get painted kind of into a corner at a certain point, to a detriment.
Well, that's what DJ was talking about. That prior management team trying to push him into some form of that. And to some extent, I guess if you want to go in entertainment, like you want to do some version of that. But I think, all right, this is tangentially related, but Rozzy likes to look at screens because every kid does, and we try to limit it and all that stuff. And I was reading that like if he does it, one thing you got to do is you got to avoid certain cartoons. They're like crack to these kids, like Coco Melon's like crack. Others are milder and not as hard on them, but you can just show them like nature videos or pictures on your phone. That's like even better because it's not this flashy fake thing that becomes a drug. It's just like, this is me and your mom. Okay, so I started showing him pictures when like I'm changing his diaper and he's got like a rash, so he's hurting. I'm trying to distract him, right? At some point recently, I realized he'll go, more pictures, and I'm like, buddy, I'm showing you pictures. And what he's meaning is more of himself. He loves watching videos of himself. It tickles him. And that's a very innocent thing for him. It just like blows his mind to watch himself jumping in a puddle. But it started to fuck with me because I was like, damn, he's getting as much joy watching himself jump in his puddle that he did jumping in that puddle. And that can't be good.
No.
He's like experiencing himself, and he's too young for that. And then, of course, Andy had to talk me off a fucking ledge because I'm me. But it is related to what we're talking about. We keep like, we're living in these phones and on these things. I mean, dude, this AI thing that keeps coming up, right? The psychosis of it. We're projecting our personalities into the virtual world, and it's tearing us apart.
Yeah.
No one can withstand that constantly. It's hard enough for people like Larry the Cable Guy to do it as a job.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think any of it's healthy. I don't think any of it's healthy.
But what job's healthy? Like I keep going back to like the great point like sex workers always used to make when they were fighting for rights and people were looking down on them and like, that's bitch, isn't it hard on your body? All right, well, what job's not? You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference in that though, and like full on psychosis, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Bonnie Blue, what do you think about her? How are you feeling about just going to getting kicked out of different countries for fucking trying to your pussy's getting registered as a guy?
Okay. You know how the Wild West became?
Oh, this pussy's an international terrorist, dog.
This pussy.
She just needs 10 years and one good rider to turn this into the most badass heroin feminist story you've ever heard. Dude, she fucked her way into being on a terrorist list. That's crazy, dog. That pussy was a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah,
for sure. But let's talk about this. What is going on here? What is really going on? Not good. It's
fame and clout. It's the
pretty dark
economy. It's much darker to fuck 1,000 men for fame than it is to fuck 8,000 men because you have a daddy wound and you're going through something. It's not about sexual shaming. It's about like chasing fame is such a darkness.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Patreon and follow us on all
Patreon.com/GravEEBabyPod. I'm mad I was slacking. Normally I'm up on it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I was waiting on you.
Yeah, but no. I think there is a problem here with like how people identify with people who are like, and I think it's for instance, right? Like we watch Candace, it's fun. I will never defend her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to me, but go ahead.
What? To watch Candace?
Did you guys get entertainment out of that? I'm not judging you. It's not a moral judgment. Don't get defensive in that regard.
Yeah.
I am shocked that you find it entertaining. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so entertaining, dude. Oh my God. And well listen, man, it's like, you watch sports. Okay. Look, man, I'm not on a team, but I love the game.
True.
I love the game. You know what I'm saying? Not my team, but I love the game, dog.
Right. It's not.
I just like to see a player play well. It's not even about the team anymore. I just like watching people play the plays well. That's all.
Yeah. Well, it's really different, especially with like on this it's wild to see how like my favorite shit, the direction that they're going mixed with like the direction of where this is going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's fascinating, dude. It's fucking fascinating. But whatever. So it's like, you see all this shit happening and it's like, dude, this is just entertainment. This is all this is, dude. Right? Under no circumstances, whatever the fuck happens, does it, what's going on? What's going to happen? What's going to happen if you what could possibly go on? Nothing. No fucking truth that's going to lift you into, like, if you're not just watching this for what it is, and it's just crazy, the reaction.
Except that the levers of power are, I mean, that's what's sick about our society right now, in my opinion. It's one of the main things. It's like, fame in and of itself and chasing it, that's a dark thing. But also, chasing it for the sake of power. I agree with you that Candace Owens is pure entertainment, and anyone who, like, thinks otherwise is an idiot. But enough people think otherwise that's powerful. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's so dark to me that in the attention economy...
what does the power do? What does her power change?
Fair, and we can get into that. I'm not trying to make an argument about Candace Owens specifically. I'm more like thinking and talking... I've been talking about this in some form for a while. It's just wild how everyone has to have a brand and a TikTok now. It's like, it's so crazy to me that politicians need to go viral.
They're all theater kids, dude. You saw when fucking, dude, listen.
Actually, that's disparaging theater kids. I disagree. I think that's giving theater kids a bad fucking rap.
I think if you don't think that Ted Cruz is a failed theater,
they may be failed theater kids.
I'm saying like a theater kid who really just want to be actors, just want to fucking like.
They want to be famous. They want
to be famous. Exactly. They want to be famous. They want to be. They love the drama. They love all this. They love to put on the act. Like that's all that this fucking shit is.
And it's just so dark, though, for that to seep into every part of the culture, in my opinion. I mean, dude, even like the most objective thing you can probably do in the world probably is sports. Like, there's something objective about, like, that dude's better than the other dudes. Mm-hmm. But even there, you can stay, like, you might not be the best dude, but you can stay on a team because you're selling tickets because, like, you got, like, a cool fucking haircut and the kids like you. You know what I mean? That's not good. That's rotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the sports industry's pretty fucked up, dude, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but I'm not trying to talk about the morals of sports as much as I'm saying that clout has superseded, even to some extent,
talent,
nepotism.
Ability. Yeah, even nepotism.
Art, nepotism, everything, music, art, fucking, like, it's all of it. Mediocrity and
desirability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, I have so many artist friends. It's like that Ben Affleck meme where they're just like, God, I just want to fucking make my art. Like, that's the other reason why I'm mad at the world as well, is I feel like it's forcing so many people to comment and to participate in the theater, even if they don't fucking want to. You know what I'm saying?
It's forcing you to be a P artist instead of an artist.
Mm-hmm. And it sucks. And it's like, and as a person who likes to rebel against all this, that is why it's like to my own detriment for my job that I don't want to fucking participate in a lot of the corny shit that is happening. It's boring to me. It's been done. It's like I would have went into sales and marketing if I wanted to be in sales and marketing. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. There's this woman, I guess you'd call her a pop star.
Okay.
What is it when you're first coming out? Fledging? Whatever. I'm so
Fledgling?
Yeah, that. She's new to me, so I don't even remember the name. I think it's Isabel Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen 2 of her songs. She releases them in clips. It's her performing live most of the time. She's dressed in very baggy men's clothes, but she takes some of them off during it, and then she'll put them back on. All the lyrics are this. If you wanted to boil them down and immediately take an artist and put her in a box, they're all like pretty like anti-patriarchy type stuff. I saw it.
Oh, you talk about the woman that's always dirty? Like every interview she's
one of her songs is called Doll People. My point is, I see her, and the first few times I'm like, this is too good. This is an industry plant. Like, I don't even trust artists anymore because I'm like, I can't find the angle. I'm just missing it. Like, she's an Nepo, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I've looked into her, and apparently none of that's true. Her parents are artists, but they're not like famous or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is like, when someone goes viral now and I like it, I don't even trust it.
Yeah, you think it's a trick. I get it.
I think I've fallen for something. I'm like almost mad at myself.
Mm-hmm.
Anything outside of like a guy falling into a pile of shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm scrolling, I'm like, hell yeah, I do selling to that couch, heard that rolled. If the next thing is like music that I enjoy, I'm almost like, well, I can't wait to hate it tomorrow when I find something out.
Yeah. I mean, as a female comedian that doesn't hate male comedians, brother, I am not unfamiliar with being disappointed in something I like.
Well, that's probably on a personal level.
It is on a personal level.
I mean the world, you know.
But that too, I'm just saying I understand what you're talking about even on a personal level.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna send you one of her videos later, and then DJ's gonna tell me that.
I think we were talking about the same lady where she does all of her interviews because as to counter, and this is why I like her if it's the same woman I'm talking about, because again, of course, my fucking ADHD ass doesn't remember the name either. She does all of her interviews where she's like physically dirty, like she has dirt on her, and I
haven't seen that. I'd have to see it. That sounds like it's a bit much for me.
Well, it just because to counter, every time you see a white artist, it's always about purity and femininity and cleanliness and all this other shit. So to be like, fuck you to that, like she'll have actual dirt on her face and hand, like her hair will be dirt. Like she'll specifically she presents herself in this way to be like, you're not going to frame me in this, which I fucking like. And I think it takes something that ridiculous, that extreme for the commentary to even come through, you know, at this point. At this point, it's like, is this a bit? Everything has been a bit at some point. I mean, Candace Owens is a perfect example. It's a bit, you know? It's a bit much. It is a bit much.
It's not even that bad though. Here, let me tell you something. The difference between what I believe and what she believes, dude, she ain't even touched being a fucking wild ass crazy theory yet. Like, dude, if I was to break down what I think happened, y'all would be like, DJ, that's about what we figured was coming out of your head. Probably. Probably. But that's what's so wild about it though. It's like, it's so tame. It's so tame.
Well, she's figured out that in that world, her lane can be 80% truth that people are going, well, that's crazy. We haven't heard this in so long.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because what people really want, this is what we're talking about right now, is they want sincerity. They want something genuine. That's why somebody like fucking Nick Fuentes can get any kind of anything, and people will be like, well, I don't agree with this, but I agree with this, is because at least he's saying it out loud and he's not bowing down, and at least he's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he says the N-word with his whole chest. And I do think there's a genuine, non-ironic, not positive response to that, but almost relief coming from even leftists, where they're like,
Agreed.
Thank God there's a right-wing guy who's not pretending that this isn't who he is, so then we can address who he is and have that conversation, as opposed to, fucking Lindsey Graham or whatever, who's calling the guy who fucks him in the ass the N-word.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm glad you said that too about sincerity. And we've talked about this before, but look, everything got fucked up. There's like a push in music specifically for like authenticity, but that was never what anyone was after. And Tyler Mahan Coe was one of the first people I heard frame it this way, where he's like, dude, David Bowie pretended to be from space.
Yeah.
But he meant that shit. Like it was his art. Like, it was sincere. This is where he was at that time in his life when he was creating. It's not authenticity, it's sincerity. And I think that everyone's craving that right now.
But how do you get sincerity out there without being a fucking ghoul, like we're talking about how do you get it out there without participating in the theater that you don't even want to participate in?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't. If you're extremely lucky, if you want to get specific with comedy, if you're extremely lucky, you get the headline weekends at pretty good clubs. You're not going to be.
That's all I'm looking for. I mean, fair enough. That's all I'm looking for. So, I mean, if anything, that was hopeful for me.
Well, like, if you think about people like Mark Maron sort of became the de facto. We're getting inside baseball a little bit again, but he kind of became the de facto cheerleader for comedians who lean left, who kind of hate the Brogan world and feel like it's weird that they've taken over, right?
Right. Well, it's because you have they're posers. No, we're not.
Sure.
Once you take away bullying, we can't call these people posers, which is what they are. You can't. You
what
can't
I was going to bring up,
Bill Hicks's dick and then be this guy. You can't have shoved this guy down my throat for my entire comedy career, and then you're the opposite. You're the antithesis. You're the Coca-Cola coming out of the woman's twat that he made fun of in the special for fucking 25 minutes.
But what I was going to say, great rant, is if you look at Mark Maron's stature, for lack of a better word, his fame, his sales, his power, his clout, it's unreal. It's you couldn't be more David versus Goliath in terms of Rogan's power, clout, platform. My point being is, like, the absolute top of the sort of sincere lane. Not that.
Yeah. And even outside of comedy, even like what DJ's talking about, like
Bernie, you never got shit done. Been sincere his whole life, he ain't got shit done.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's walking in the strikes with Zoran for the Starbucks guy. I mean, he's doing the picket line. He is doing that. He gets to do that.
Yeah, he's sincere.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got it done. We could kill people. I mean, we could. I gotta go in a minute, but we could kill people.
It's always an option. And not my least favorite either.
DJ, what are your final thoughts? You're about to wind into one.
I don't think we should be as hyper focused on online people and stuff like that. And I don't think we should allow them to dictate what is art and which way we go with it and how we live our lives. I think I think for the most part, all of this is just for nothing anyways, because like the big AI tech people, they have a plan. They're doing their plan. We ain't got no plan. So, you know what I'm saying? So we might as well just be happy that we got what we got. This is going to be the last Christmas that any normality, it's over. The healthcare system is going to collapse, and then it's going to be a rapid downfall from there until nuclear war. So I think everyone should just have a Merry Christmas, love each other, be cool, and don't give a fuck what a motherfucker on the internet says, unless you enjoy, unless that's your thing that you do, and then enjoy that. But don't take it to heart, man.
I've not said it better myself.
This is the end. This is it. It's over.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't agree more with Dr. DJ Lewis. Thank you.
Patreon.com/GravEEBabyPod if you want to support.
You think there's ever been a Dr. DJ?
Sure.
Hell yeah, dude. That makes me feel warm.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you have happy holidays. Happy Honda days. And, and we'll see you next week.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,